still getting used to doing live streams. In fact, maybe it's not live because let's see, I'm on the page right now. This is the kind of fun professionalism you guys can expect from us here on the ScreenCrush, a YouTube channel. I'm not even sure if we are streaming right now. I think we are. And we are live and we are streaming. Next time, I swear to God, I'll remember to get the intro up for you guys. Hi, welcome back, ScreenCrush. I'm Ryan Airy. I am with Colton Ogburn, the guy who's trapped in the TV and doesn't know it, so please don't tell him. And of course, we have our manager, Doug. Colton, we got a fun day ahead of us, right? We got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about.
A lot of stuff, a lot of Avengers Doomsday. I'm excited.
I know. And look, here's the thing. You guys got to understand. We just now figured out how to get the live stream to work correctly without like an outsider helping us. And I'm really happy about that. But I did forget the intro. I've got some other assets lined up. I forgot to play the intro. That's on me. That's my fault. Yes. So what we want to talk about today are a few different things. We're going to talk about the Avengers Doomsday trailer. The rumor is now that it could be coming out on December 11th, which is fully 1 week before Avatar is released. The rumor is from Daniel RPK that there is a Disney trailer coming out on that day. We don't know what the trailer is, but presumably it's Avengers Doomsday. Colton, how do you feel about that?
God, I hope so. That'd be a week out before Avatar, right? December 11th, Avatar hits on the 18th. Yeah, so that'd be a week out. I've been pretty adamant that I think it would be a bad idea to release that trailer in theaters only with Doomsday, kind of like they did with Phantom Menace, like nearly 30 years ago. It's just such a different time now, because if they put it in theaters, it's everybody's first look at it is going to be a cell phone recording. So I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that, but like they did that with the Odyssey, I guess, to get more butts in seats. I hope that it's not released in theaters exclusively so we can make videos about it before we start making videos about Avatar. I've also got like family obligations on the 18th. So like I've been really worried about this. It's actually been on my mind. But it's interesting because you and I have started in two different places, right? When they announced Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, I hated it. We have talked about this a lot on the channel. I don't need to rehash it. What were your feelings on that announcement about the Downey Jr. as Doom?
Oh, well, I've been super excited about it, as everybody knows. I mean, everybody, likes to say, oh, it's super desperate. It's a super desperate move. Marvel's spiraling. And yeah, I guess to a degree, it comes off a little desperate. But like I've said in previous videos, I think that Feige and RDJ have kind of always had this in their back pocket as an idea. I just don't think they planned on doing it quite so soon. Like maybe they were saving it for like a big Secret Wars type thing. And then they did the pivot. But I'm excited for it. And I think it's going to be really good. And I'm glad to see that it felt lonely in the Doomsday excitement.
Well, you're right. In our live shows, it was always ambivalence. I'd be like, what do you guys think about Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom? And then it was just like, seems desperate. Kevin Feige did say that they've wanted to do this for a while. They started off the multiverse saga all in on Kang. Then they realized they could use Doom. I mean, they basically started planning the saga before they bought Fox, is what he's claiming. I'm still a little, I think the reason they did this is because they knew they were going to buy Fox and he wanted to pay tribute to the X-Men films, which got him his start. But here we are. So I've actually come around on this a little bit based on unsubstantial insider rumors from people I know that aren't directly, I don't know anything about the plot. Let me just say that. But what I have been getting is like people's impressions of what they've heard, which are all really positive. Hi, buddy. And real quick, before we get into what we think will be in the trailer, I just want to remind you guys, if you have any super chats, we'll answer you directly. I'm trying to do both at the same time, so it's a little tough. And if you want to do a super chat, I'll give Doug a treat from you. I'll let him know that it's from you. And he's really sleepy right now, if you guys can tell. So yeah, and Colton, I don't know if you're watching the chat too, probably not, but like I'm trying to do both at the same time. Basically right now, the team is editing a Five Nights at Freddy's video. So it's just us. Like we're trying to get our Five Nights video done ASAP because we also have Pluribus tomorrow. And that's why I'm kind of pulling double duty doing both these things. So let's talk about the trailer. Then I want to talk about this month, the channel, hear from you guys about what you want us to do here on the channel in December, what our plans are around the holidays. And I want to just do like a little merch plug later on to remind you guys about our Black Friday sale, because it's not going to be up for a whole lot longer. And but it's not going to be a long plug. I just want to remind you guys like what we have going on. First of all, let's go to the big board. I want to know in the comments what you guys think will be in the Doomsday trailer. And first, Colton, I want to hear from you. What are your predictions for what we will actually see in the trailer?
Well, also, I can be your guy in the chair. I think I have the chat pulled up, so we'll see.
Excellent. So we'll do that together. Hey, bud, he's my good boy, isn't he? Yes,
my
oh,
prediction, I'd like to hear your thoughts on this too. I don't know that it's going to be like a full-fledged like trailer one. I do think that it's going to be like a teaser, very reminiscent of that teaser that we got for Force Awakens a year out before that came. Very like vague. I forget who was Luke narrated that, right? And we
no,
heard,
Maz Kanata.
no, but there was some Luke in there. My father has it. My sister has it, and they pulled that from Return of the Jedi.
Yes, but that was from Jedi, right? They
yeah.
That.
Well, that's what I'm thinking they're going to do with Doomsday. I think we hear some Tony Stark. I think we hear some lines that kind of blend that, that those similarities between Tony Stark and Doctor Doom. I think maybe even we see that hologram of when he's at his funeral, pretty much eulogizing himself, because of course he was eulogizing himself.
He wouldn't trust anyone else to give him a eulogy.
Yeah, maybe we see that little wink, I love you 3000, and then it goes and then we get the Doom narration. I think it's going to be very Doom heavy, and I think it needs to be one from a marketing standpoint, because everybody's excited. It's Robert Downey Jr. Even if you don't like the idea of him playing Doom, I think everybody's like, oh, that's Robert Downey Jr. That's kind of cool. He's back. So I think they're really going to go in heavy on the Doctor Doom aspect of it, and maybe start to fill us in a little bit on what the hell's going on. Why is he Doctor Doom? I think that's my biggest question that I want answered.
I think that's what fans need to hear to sell us on the concept. Now, I think you're right. I think that we're going to see. Remember the Avengers Infinity War trailer, how they took that Nick Fury monologue and then they had the cast re-record lines for it? Maybe we will get those exact same Tony Stark lines, suit of armor around the world, whether it impacted your precious freedoms or not, but we'll hear them in the Doctor Doom voice, right? Maybe. I kind of think this will happen. I think we'll get something like that. I love the idea that it's Tony Stark. Probably not a narration of the whole cast, because like you said, we have to sell the audience on Downey Doom. And then we're going to, as that's happening, I think we're going to see flashes of all the people in the movie. Because the other thing this movie has to do that's an incredibly heavy lift is unite the multiverse saga. It is crazy that how disjointed all of this feels. Like Marvel Zombies is the only true crossover we've gotten with all these characters. Chris, we'll get to your comment in just a second. So that's the only time this will be the first time we've gotten that. So I think if you have flashes of, say, Reed Richards with Professor Xavier, if we start to see these cool crossovers of people from different universes, I think that'll help. And, Namor and Susan Richards or whoever else it's going to be. And then to your point, what if in this we see the snap, right? That Avengers Endgame snap, right? If the monologue ends at that, the snap, and then we see the aftermath where Tony doesn't die and we just get the origin. Because I have a feeling that's the opening scene of this movie, where we find out where he came from. What do you think of that?
I love that. What does he say? What is it when he's talking to Morgan and he does like this motion?
This is from Chris Gore, by the way.
Yeah, something in the end, or he says this line about like his sacrifice and all that. I think that would be a great line to lead straight into that. And that idea of the snap and like showing the alternate reality, I think that really connects the multiverse saga theme. We've seen Loki go good. We're seeing how these different decisions, can affect the multiverse. So that's why I've always kind of been on that bandwagon of they totally have to play into the greatest hero is now the greatest villain aspect of it. But yeah, I'm excited.
And if you're just now joining us, I want to clarify something. The trailer, as far as we know, is not dropping today. We said the latest rumor is it drops in a week on the 11th. Colton and I are just speculating on what we're going to see in the trailer and then talking about some news here on the channel. So yeah, you think about the heavy lift this has to do. You're right. It has to sell us on Tony Stark. It has to sell us on all these people being united. And frankly, I'm shocked that the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four hi buddy, I gave him one treat, so now he's looking up at me. I'm shocked that the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four underperformed so much at the box office, right? So it's kind of weird that people aren't super jazzed about the Avengers appearing in the Avengers film. Maybe because of Disney Plus. Do you think the trailer is going to focus on like legacy characters, or do you think we're going to see a lot more of like Yelena and John Walker and people like that?
I think they have to do both. Yes, you fully go into the legacy. You show Patrick Stewart, you show Ian McKellen Magneto, because that gets people who are, like my age and up to your age, like people who were Marvel fans before the MCU, and I don't mean like Marvel Comics fans, but like Marvel movie fans. That's
Mhm.
gonna this is how they can replicate the Infinity War like feeling that we got like for that first time, like all of these heroes coming together, and like we wondered how could they ever replicate that. Well, now we're going to see how they can do that because they're bringing in the X-Men, and I think they totally have to show off the X-Men and the Fantastic
Mhm.
Four. But you also show characters. Sorry if you hear my dog barking her head off, but you can also you need to feature the new characters as well. You need to show Sam. You need to show Yelena. I think they need to do one of those really fast jump cuts where it's boom, 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 and it's just a face shot of every single like person that's in the movie to give us the
I
scale.
agree.
Yeah.
Basically, everybody who is in the chairs. All right, I want to go to the comments real quick and start answering some questions. Sorry if Colton and I went off on a tangent there for a while. Chris Gore says, we're getting, and thank you for the $5 gift. We gave Doug a treat in your name. Chris Gore said, we're getting 3 connecting Doomsday trailers viewpoint from each different universe. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll post 3 trailers, but that would be really cool because the whole point of Secret Wars in the comics is the Avengers have to go up against other universes, which also think that they're in the right, who are everybody's trying to defend their universe. I don't even know if they're going to go that far into it. If it's going to be like, okay, now the X-Men feel like they have to fight the 616 universe and the Fantastic Four are trying to defend. I think the Fantastic Four are going to be looking for Franklin based
Yes.
on what we saw in the post-credits tease, but maybe it does turn out to be FF universe versus 616, or sorry, X-Men
I
universe versus 616 universe.
I think that they go like showing the different teams and the different universes and their perspective. I think they really get into that with the TV spots.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Or at the very least, the posters. We've got a person here. We've got Radio Blues who's saying they need to use the Molecule Man. One tease of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Molecule Man. I mean, hey, I would love to see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like at least to be acknowledged, even if it takes place in a different universe. You guys know I'm down for that. I've loved that show. I catch flack sometimes for saying it's probably not in the 616. Let's see. I
I
am
think
just scrolling through here looking for comments. Go ahead, Golden.
what did they say about Molecule Man? They hope that Agents. Sorry, I'm trying to find the comment.
Oh, it's
I
okay. It's what
Yeah,
happens in the book. It's all
yeah,
right.
yeah, but
So
I
yeah,
don't
go
think
ahead.
he's going to be in it. I think they're going to replace him with Sentry. I think Sentry is kind of filling that Molecule Man role. Like
Sure. If they feel that at all, they might just. I mean, look, that 2015 Secret Wars comic is complicated, dude. Like
yeah,
it's really. Secret Wars for me is the 80s version where they grab these heroes and villains, they put them on a planet and they fight. It's like dumping your toys out on the floor and then bashing them together, which is appropriate because it was made as a toy ad.
yeah.
I got a good one here. We've got Peanut Tree who's saying chances of She-Hulk recast if Tatiana Maslany won't work with Marvel. So Tatiana Maslany really didn't like that Disney temporarily suspended Jimmy Kimmel. She posted against it while she was wearing her She-Hulk mocap in the photo, basically implying, I don't want to do this anymore. The latest rumor is that they had big plans for She-Hulk, but she doesn't want to do it. There was the leaked art that was put out for Secret Wars. And look, leaked concept art means nothing, like nothing. It's just an artist showing off their work. Take everything you ever see with that like with a grain of salt. But the concept art did show a kind of like medieval Hulk city with She-Hulk in it. I think they recast, man. I love She-Hulk, the
They
character.
better.
I thought she was great in the role, but can you think of anybody you'd like to see in the role, Colton?
Ooh. I don't think you can do this because it would be changing, I think, the race of the character, which is no good. But Allison Brie was always a good choice, I think,
That's
for
my go-to,
She-Hulk.
man.
But
Get the Greendale 7 in
yeah,
there.
but
I agree completely.
I love her as She-Hulk, absolutely love her. But I understand if she doesn't want to come back to it, and if she doesn't, I would hope that Marvel would just recast the character, but I don't have much faith that they would. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I mean, look, they've recast a lot of people. I don't think they want to recast like huge stars, but Tatiana Maslany, not like an A-lister. You know,
Well, and
it's not like
She-Hulk
replacing Robert
either.
Downey Jr.
Not an
Yeah,
A-list
exactly.
like hero. Yeah.
I love there's parts of that series I loved, parts I really hated, but
Yeah.
the parts I hated are what they did to the Wrecking Crew. Okay,
Yeah.
Ryan, with Doom being your favorite character, will you stop supporting Marvel if they mess this up? Hey, if I could stick with Marvel after X-Men The Last Stand and X-Men Origins Wolverine and Spider-Man 3 and Elektra, no, I'm not going to leave this anytime soon. And for people, we did a video on this a while back, for people who are like, oh, superhero fatigue. I'm like, are you kidding me? I've waited decades for this era. This is like saying Star Trek fatigue or Star Wars fatigue. Yeah, maybe there's too much of it, but this is like lifelong fan stuff. You don't give up on this stuff any more than you would give up on your hometown sports team. And I say that as a Bengals fan. So you know that I am not one to give up on things. Retire for a while. Sure, I'll take a break. Okay, so here we go. Okay, somebody else on here, I saw it, but now I can't see it again, said, what if it's just more chairs? Chef's kiss.
Oh, God.
That would be amazing. No. They don't need to really advertise this movie that much, but yeah, that would be great.
Do you think in the trailer they show us anyone that hasn't been announced? Like, do we get a little sting after the title card and it's like Deadpool knocking on a door or something?
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say Deadpool. I think we may get one person. I think they may add one thing. Deadpool, Wolverine, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. Maybe even, again, RPK leaked that maybe Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's in it. And that could explain why he would know, because what happens is once, like, Marvel apparently was testing like dozens of versions of this trailer, which is not unusual. And if one of them has Punisher and one has Spider-Man, then that spurs on the rumor that they're in the movie. Yeah. All right, we're going to keep going here. Oh my God, look who's a big fan of the channel. The one and only Canadian lad. Amazing. He's saying, big fan of what we do. I don't know if you guys watch Canadian Lad's channel. He's the guy who pioneered watching things in 0.25 speed. And we love your stuff too, man. Anytime we go back into our evergreen breakdowns, we always watch your stuff. If you're still watching, if you're not, somebody go tell Canadian Lad I'm talking about him. And then...
even though he's Canadian, it's okay.
Even though he's Canadian, right? And you're from Texas, you really can't get further away from that. Okay. Is the trailer dropping soon? Again, we think it'll be on the 11th is the latest rumor, we're hoping. And I'm sorry, I'm still just scrolling through. I think I'm almost to the end of the comments and I'm all caught up. Oh, this is interesting. Radio Bluth, once again, I don't mean to keep calling on the same person in the classroom, says, I hope that we get Anna Paquin so she can get Captain Marvel's powers finally. I would love that too. I'd love to see Anna Paquin get to actually kick ass.
That's Rogue.
And right? Yeah, as Rogue, right? And we got Zimmy9 gave us $4.99. Thank you for that. You give Doug a treat. Said, what if an older Franklin becomes the Molecule Man for Doom's Battle World in Secret Wars? I think that makes total sense. Thoughts, Colton?
Yeah, they could. We know that he's there for Franklin for some reason, and Fantastic Four made sure to set up that he has like the power cosmic and all that. Yeah, I think he could fill in for Molecule Man for sure. I think that I'm wondering if he has Franklin, do you think he's collecting anyone else? Are there other like almost like Thanos was collecting Infinity Stones? Maybe Doom's collecting people. Like, I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, kind of like in the Infinity War comic and Infinity Crusade, they collected cosmic cubes, the villains in those two books. We got a hater who just said Deadpool, Tobey Maguire. When I hear that when I click on, you guys are clowns. Okay, doesn't even make sense. Do you think they will redeem Thor and Ant-Man and Doomsday in Secret Wars or in the sequels? Sure, I hope so. Those sequels weren't as good as they could have been, but that would be really cool to see that. And then Brandon Dudley says, where's Kang? I think Kang will be in the movie too. I think he'll have a small role, but we did a video about that a few weeks ago as well.
You think it's Majors?
Yeah. He was really coy about it. Again, we just did a video on this. I think they don't just want to dress Kevin Feige, the guy who brought back the leader, 10 years too late. Mm-hmm. Now we got some other stuff regarding the channel we want to talk about. I do want to just bear with me, guys. I want to remind you about our Black Friday sale at our merch store. I'm bringing this up because some of you guys have told me, like at our live shows, I want to get stuff for the store. I need to. Everything's incredibly cheap right now. I don't know, like who set these prices, but it's buy 3, get 1 mugs and pine glasses, 40% off all apparel, 15% off on collectibles. I'll just show them all here. So this is our, that's my secret. I'm always working. This shirt was at my request because I have a really bad work-life balance. This is the annual Doug Christmas ornament. We always put him as a different holiday character. This year, he's Snoopy from Charlie Brown Christmas. I have wanted this shirt for years. This is Fox Force 5 from that failed pilot from the 90s. And these are a whole collection of them. I don't know if we have the still up here, but you can also see Happy Life Day. And this is the Bonesaw versus Human Spider shirt there in the middle. Also, here we go. We got 40% off all collectibles. There's the Life Day shirt. 40% off all apparel. Buy 3, get 1 mug or pint glass. Let's see here. Buy 2 shirts, get and save on the third one. 30% off all Star Wars merch.
Wow.
I can't read what the discount is because of the live, but a big discount on hats and hoodies. And 30% off all superhero merch. So again, like, thank you guys for bearing with that merch plug. And that is on, I think, through the end of this week. It's like Cyber Monday week.
Cool.
And then everything goes back to normal. So yeah, check all that stuff out. Again, appreciate you listening to the plug. And now let's talk about some stuff we have going on at the channel in preparation for this Doomsday trailer. And I'm able to see live how many people click away, and not many people clicked away during the merch plug. So thank you guys for that. That's really sweet. Let's see. Yo, super chat, give your pup a treat. Did I miss one? Oh, sorry. Alter Clark, I must have missed your super chat. Let me see real quick. If there's a way to filter the super chats, I don't know what it is. And we love you guys too. Thank you so much. Come here, buddy. We also got love from India. I've been to India. It is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. Okay. Did I miss any super chats? There's one. CC Black. Oh, that was Chris Gore. That was from earlier. Alter Clark. Yes, we just gave him your treat. $5. Thank you so much. There's Chris Gore. I'm just making sure I haven't missed a super chat, and I have not. You guys absolutely rock. Okay. Now, let's get into a little bit of news going on here at the channel, things that we have coming up that we're really excited about. This month is normally December slow for us, right? Normally it's like, oh, I hope they put out the What If episodes one at a time instead of over 1 week. And Colton, you got stuck with that 1 year. I appreciate you taking care of that. Now we've got Five Nights at Freddy's. We're continuing to cover Pluribus. The hottest rumor right now is we're going to get a Supergirl trailer next week. So we're stoked to cover that. They're going to have a special screening for press, apparently press who matter, who aren't us. And then we're still covering Stranger Things. The Stranger Things stuff is frustrating, isn't it, Colton?
I would assume. Fortunately, I haven't been in your position having to figure out how to cover it. But
they released the first volume. They sent us 3 screeners, which was awesome, but not the 4th one. So they released the first volume the day before Thanksgiving. So you can't really make a video. You can't write your script yet off those screeners because you don't know the 4th one. And then they're doing the next one on Christmas Day. And then the other one, I think, is like New Year's or New Year's Eve. So it's really hard to cover that show. But I want to shout out all of you guys. We got a ton of views on our Stranger Things video. I mean, it's still growing, but I guess not everybody watches it at once, but you guys really showed up for us, and I appreciate that. In the past, we haven't been able to cover Stranger Things because of the holiday release, and because when they drop everything in one day, it's really hard to cover it. You know, we could have at least done an ending explained on season 4, and I wish we had. The other things I want to talk about, Fallout. We've got a team of writers who I've never played the games, but we've got a team of writers who are working on that. I loved season 1. Season 1 was so good, man. Again, it made me want to play the games. I think that's the best thing you can get from an adaptation. And then we've also got Avatar on top of all of that, plus Welcome to Derry ending. It's crazy how busy this month is. I did not think it would be like this in December. And Colton, I'm going to say you're doing a great job on Welcome to Derry so far.
Well, thank you.
So don't screw it up.
Don't screw it up. Yeah, I think my wife is tired of it because I just walk around the house doing Pennywise all the time. Like this week is I'm Pennywise, you're dancing daddy. There's a little sneak peek for the next episode.
You guys heard it here first, folks. Colton likes to tell his wife that he's Pennywise, her dancing daddy. So there you go. I'm just looking at a couple other theories here before we finish talking about stuff we're doing. We're going to wrap up not too soon. We want to keep it at about a half hour today. Welcome to Derry is so good. We got a comment saying, and then you So I noticed my spell check always changes dairy to dairy, like milk. I don't know if
Oh
yours
yeah,
does
yeah,
too,
yeah.
but it's really frustrating. Doug's not very chatty like he usually is. Starting to think he can't really talk. He's sleepy. What? Like this
It-
isn't his job to do live streams.
yeah.
He's taking a nap. I'm not going to wake him up to talk to you guys. Maybe next live stream.
Don't you know not to wake your
Um,
boss? I mean, she. I never
yeah,
wake you,
exactly.
Ryan. Yeah.
Well, I'll give him. He likes to get woken up for snacks.
Yeah.
Does anybody feel like? Does anybody actually care about Avatar? Somebody says, I love the Avatar movies, man. Like, I don't care that the second one is basically the same as the first one in a different setting. I think the third one's going to amp it up. I can already tell you how the series is going to end after 5 movies. And the genius of that franchise is it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
of the production quality. I don't even know, Colton. We've never talked about Avatar. Are you into it?
I acknowledge that it is very impressive, but I am not a big like Avatar like fan. I guess that they look beautiful. They are as close as you can get to an objectively good movie. But no, I'm not a Cameron head, I guess, when it comes to
I don't
Avatar.
think he's ever made a bad movie. I think the
No,
guy
no,
there's a simplicity in there's a genius in his simplicity. And you can
yeah,
say the same thing about George Lucas. Like when his films were all really simple stories, they work a lot better. Although he's only directed 6 movies, so I guess 2 of them
well,
have simple
and
stories.
James Cameron has 3 of the top 5 or 6 highest grossing films of all time, highest box
Yeah,
office films of all time. So very impressive.
and arguably the best action sequel of all time in Terminator 2.
Yep.
Let's see. Who I just saw one on here. Are we doing live shows? And again, any questions about the channel, please let me know. So the live shows, we're not going to do a tour for a while, just because this next year is so crazy. And it took us a while to kind of work out what we wanted our live shows to be. I do have ideas for the next round of live shows. And we might do a couple encores this year. I want to do a couple in the Midwest, like Cincinnati area. And I would really, or maybe Cleveland. And I would really like to do somewhere like you just said on here, like in Canada would be great. If we could go to the UK, that'd be amazing, but I don't think our audience is big enough over there. And let's
Yeah,
see
they're
here. Is
heavy
anybody
spoilers
else?
fans over there.
That would be the best part of doing it, though, being able
Yeah,
to do a show with Paul.
yeah, and we could kill him. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
yeah,
mean, I've
we'll
met
kill
him in
him.
person once, and not the best smelling man, but a really nice guy. So let's see. Okay. Any other? Can we sell our merch outside the US? We would like to. There's a whole thing with merch right now. Actually, in our merch store, we are selling products that aren't just the ones we design right now. You can get like DVDs, Funko Pop, stuff like that, toys. And our plan is to like kind of curate stuff that we think is really cool, like just to like only put our favorite stuff on there. So if you do want that, go for it. It's on there right now. But yeah, we are working on international delivery. It's a whole complicated thing. I don't really understand it. We've got how old is Doug? He is 5. He looks older than the shots you use on your videos. So we do typically use the same shot. The thing is, he needs a haircut right now. And then what we're going to do is film him on the new set because he's usually doing other stuff around the store and he can't be in every single video. So he'll do the voiceover and then we'll cut to B-roll of him. But yeah, once he gets his new haircut, we'll let it grow out a little bit and then we'll film him on the new set. I did get some shots, but like it was dinner time. So he's really, you've probably seen them in the newer videos where we show the new set, which reminds me, speaking of new set, I want to show off our video of this live stream, which is Kool-Aid. This is the, if you guys remember, the Martin Scorsese film about Jonestown starring Steve Buscemi as Reverend Jim Jones. It's up for many Academy Awards. It cost $300 million to make, and it bankrupted the studio. So there we go. That's our VHS of the week. And we've got, this is cool. We haven't brought this up, and I think we'll end on this topic. S.A. Sasha, I think it's Sasha TRE. I'm not sure how to pronounce your YouTube name. $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Let's talk about ScarJo in the Batman 2. Colton, your thoughts?
I am ScarJo's biggest fan. So yeah, when I was going to bed last night and I was, scrolling my phone and I saw that, I was like, oh, this probably isn't real. And then I saw like more people reporting on it. I was like, oh,
real.
shit. Yeah. Who do you think she's going to play? I'm very excited for it.
I saw one person on Twitter who was like, Carrie Kelly Robin confirmed. And I'm like, Carrie Kelly's 14 years old. Scarlett Johansson's in her mid-40s. The latest rumor is that she will be Andrea Beaumont, which is, if you don't know, hi, buddy, which is Bruce's love interest from the best Batman movie, Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But you can't do Mask of the, why? I don't know. Like, if they're doing that, then she can't be the Phantasm. It's just got to be a different version of her. You cannot improve on Mask of the Phantasm or Andrea Beaumont's story. And if you haven't seen it, we did a video about it a few weeks ago that I'm so proud of. Hi, stop looking at me. It's too distracting. Like when I feed him a treat, he will just go like this to me. Like, that's the little look I get from him. Sorry, go ahead.
She'd be a great Batwoman.
Yeah, she'd be a great Batwoman. I mean, I'm surprised nobody's mentioning Poison Ivy, but
I've seen that mentioned.
Yeah, Matt Reeves did say the villain in the movie is going to be somebody we haven't really seen before, and I think it's safe to say it's not going to be Clayface. I mean, the thing is, Batman's got such a deep rogues gallery. There are several great Batman villains we haven't seen, and some bad ones.
I see her as more of an ally, probably more of an ally of Batman, because I think I also read that is Kravitz not returning, so she might kind of be filling in that like, not sidekick, but
Oh, she's not returning, Zoe Kravitz?
That's what I read. I don't know if it's
interesting.
You never know anything anymore, but she wasn't confirmed to be returning. So she might be filling whatever, role. I'm trying to think of, I don't think you can do a Batwoman, because I mean, he's such a young Batman.
No, I don't think that's it. I think she could be Andrea Beaumont. I don't think she's going to be putting on tights for this one. That's just my sense.
She'd be a great Barbara Gordon, but that wouldn't really line up either. So
not even a little bit. No,
not even a little bit. No.
For a lot of ways. I think, isn't Barbara, and I can't keep the continuity straight. I think Barbara is adopted in some continuities, because in the 80s, Jim had a kid, or no, it's his niece, not adopted, it's his niece. But at one point it's his daughter. It's changed a lot over the years. Let's see. I'm just seeing if we got any more comments or super chats. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Poison Ivy, which makes sense. Or she could be Andrea Beaumont. It could just be literally just pulling in a world-class actress into a great movie series to see, what they can get her to do. I'm not sure.
What's the woman's name in the Keaton Batman? Vicky
Vale.
Yeah, Vicky Vale.
Maybe she's a completely different. Maybe she's the mayor. Maybe it's somebody we don't know yet. You know what I mean? Like, it's a huge get. Yeah, it's a huge get for them. It's going to be great. Look, Pete. Wait, hold on. The damn Graham said, why isn't nobody talks about the fact that James Cameron's Avatar is basically Fern Gully? People talk. I've heard that.
I hear that.
That's not. Yeah, that's all the time. Yeah.
Anytime I hear people talk about Avatar, it's Fern Gully in space. I'm like, okay.
And I'm always like, it's Dances with Wolves meets Fern Gully with Smurf cat people. I have no problem with this whatsoever. For me, the thing is, those movies are so well made that who's the guy? I can't remember the guy off the top of my head who plays Jake Sully. Because it's Sam Worthington, right? Because it doesn't matter. It's the spectacle. It's like the amount of care and detail they put into the plants, the anatomy of the creatures. It's like they designed a real world, even down to like how they pull their bowstrings with their hand upside down. It just feels like you're watching another planet. Yeah. And it's okay for a movie to just be that. It's okay for a movie to present a simple story told in a complicated way. I think if it were a really complicated story, it maybe wouldn't work, because we're trying to take in all these weird visuals. And sometimes you just need this whale sad, this whale good guy, this whale safe family. I'm mostly into this franchise for the whales now. Yeah. All right. We should sign off. It's been 34 minutes. We try to keep these things at 30. I want to know what you guys think about our live streams in the chat. If there's things you want us to do in the channel, what you think about the Doomsday trailer. ScarJo is her mystery casting in the Batman. Let us know in the comments below or in the live chat when you already have. You can't do the live chat as after the video ends because it's not live anymore.
Gender bin Mr. Freeze.
Of course, gender bin Mr. Freeze. That's what all the real fans want. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for watching us all the time. Doug thanks you. He's just too sleepy to talk right now. And let us know what you think down in the comments on our free to join Discord server. Remember, huge Black Friday sale. Links for the merch stores below. Ends at the end of this week. And just thank you guys so much for tuning in and for being fans. And oh my God, we had 3,500 people watching at the peak of this. So that's like It's not even the highest one. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you later. And now I get to this awkward thing where I have to stop the video and I'm not sure what button does it. So I might be on here for a long time, kind of lingering, because I also forgot the end slate. So this is how effing awkward this is. Play outro and stream, it says.
Bum, 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 bum.